2.
You should get like gator feed.
2. 2.
Just forget the judging. Like, who cares?
You said, what'd you say, TJump?
You don't.
TJump doesn't usually do judges.
Yeah, we don't really need judges. I don't care.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Let's get the body here. If you can start whenever you're ready, you can present your stance.
Am I starting? Is he starting? What's going on?
No, I said you can start.
All right. So yeah, so if we grant objective morality is true, then the goal should be to try and find out what would be the best contender to describe what that objective morality would be. And so to do that, we would look at our moral intuitions and moral progress and try to find a pattern in the things that we describe. So like punching babies is immoral, stealing candy, immoral. And if we look at all these things, I got somebody like echoing a little bit in my back, but I think it's the Spurge. I can hear my own voice through Spurge's mic. All right, so in order to establish which model is the best, we'd have to essentially find a pattern in our moral intuitions and figure out if there's what model would best describe that pattern if taken to its extreme without having any kind of contradictions or problems with it. If it can answer the moral dilemmas, answer the philosophical problems. Can we mute that guy?
Come on, bro, chill.
Jay, why are you trolling, bro?
So, my model is that if we look at the pattern in moral intuition, it's that any involuntary imposition of will is wrong, and so the most moral possible world is one where there is no involuntary imposition of will, and we can imagine this world would essentially look like every single person gets their own universe, and they can design it however they want, and you can never force any other being to do anything they don't consent to, and I think that would be the most moral world possible. And if that's the case, then my description of morality being any involuntary imposition of will would be correct. And that should be the basis we should use for our understanding of what objective morality should be. I'll give it up to Spurge.
Who removed me from the stage? Don't do that, bro. I'll just mute myself when he's talking. Okay. So, right, you presented that, your moral intuition is one way to show a moral objective. Like, we show patterns, and you brought the examples like punching a baby is immoral, stealing candy is immoral. What showed these things that they are immoral?
That's not the debate. The debate is we're granting objective morality is there. So it's not the debate.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're granting that it's there, but I'm asking you, what makes these things?
No. I told you, I'm not going to debate whether objective morality exists. I will debate which conceptual model is the best. So the evidence of morality.
I know, that's what we're doing.
The evidence of morality is our moral intuitions. That's the only thing we have that gives us evidence of morality.
Yeah, and I'm asking you why.
What do you mean why? When we say the word moral,
you say moral intuition is the only way that grants us objective morality, and I'm asking why.
No. I'm saying morality is what gives us evidence of morality. The word morality is used to refer to those feelings that we have. That's what the word morality means.
All right, give me a second, right quick. I'm a ban Marlon, right, for trolling. Aries, you're gone again. I don't know who unbanned you. Okay.
How do you guys get so many boosts?
Hey, D1, chill, bro. I was joking, bro. Chill.
No, ain't no chill. Did I ban Aries already?
D1W in chat. D1W in chat.
Did I ban Aries in chat?
D1W in chat, nigga. D1W in chat, nigga. D1W in chat.
Bro, chill with this shit, bro. This ain't no game.
Yeah, I don't need you guys to troll. It's not funny. All right. So, you said moral intuition is the only way to show more objective. Is that what you're saying?
The only known way. So the word morality, I can still hear myself in your background. Can you put headphones in? Right. Yeah, so the only way that we, the word morality refers to the feelings we get when we see things and think this is wrong or feel this is wrong and this is right. Those feelings are called moral intuitions. So there's essentially no other way to describe what it is we're talking about. The word morality just means the things that we're feeling when we see this.
Okay, and you're saying these feelings. What makes you think that these feelings is an evidence that that morality is objective?
We're just granting that. Remember, so we're saying morality is objective.
Yeah, I know we're granting this, but what I'm saying is that you're saying that this is the way how to show morals are objective, right? And I'm pointing out the flaws in your argument to
What?
prove that this model is not best suited to prove that it's objective. I'm showing that the way of saying this thing shows subjectivity, right? So it's not objective. Your model is not based off objective morals. It's showing it has flaws and it has subjectivity in your argument.
Okay, so moral intuition is like a sense, like eyes, we see stuff. And when we're saying, is the stuff that we're seeing objective? Does it exist independent of our imagination? Or is it subjective? Does it just exist in our imagination? So if morality is objective, that means our intuitions correspond to something that exists, like our eyesight.
I don't grant that definition of subjective, right? You're saying subjective means that it exists in our mind only.
Contingent on opinion, and so
Okay.
yeah.
So if I say that that girl ass is fat, does it mean that it only exists in my mind?
Yeah, there's not like an objective measure of fatness.
It literally is. You want me to get you a BMI scale of that? Proving that?
Yeah, sure. You can try. You're gonna fail.
I got you.
So you're saying that we have socially constructed a definition of fat, and
yeah,
so
there's our ways. There are ways that scientists have scales like to what fat is. Right? Are you aware? Do you not know what obesity is?
It's socially constructed, so it's not actually a real thing.
You're saying it's socially constructed, just like you're saying that the people of the intuition, that's socially constructed because you're going by what people feel.
No, it's a sense experience.
You said it's a sense experience?
Yeah, so intuition is like eyesight. We see something, and if we grant it's objective, that means you have already accepted it's subjective. We accept it's objective. That means it is a thing that refers to something in the world. Now we're trying to figure out what is the best description of that thing. So you've already granted it's objective when accepting the debate.
Okay, I understand that. So you're saying that people can't feel if they're fat? Are you saying that?
Not really, no.
So you're telling me that someone can't feel that they're fat?
Yeah, like I've been fat. I used to weigh 340 pounds. It doesn't feel any differently than what I feel right now.
Can you prove that someone can't feel that they're fat?
Yeah, I've experienced it, but what does this have to do with the topic?
Yeah, what is you experienced? It has nothing to do with somebody else. Are you fat, TJump?
Not anymore. I used to be.
You used to be? Can you prove that you used to be?
Yes, there are pictures of me on my driver's license and my high school photos.
Go ahead.
I just did.
Where?
The pictures on my driver's license.
Where is it at? I don't see you.
You can just take my word for it. I'm not going to go get it.
No, I'm not taking your word. I want actual proof.
I don't care.
Okay, so if you don't show me proof, then I can't grant you that. What the hell?
I don't care. Like your opinion doesn't matter to me. I can prove it. Whether you believe me, it doesn't make a difference to me.
So you have an opinion as well, correct?
Well, I have lots of opinions. What does it have to do with the topic?
Okay, I'm saying your argument is opinion, right?
No.
Why isn't it an opinion?
Because you already granted it was right when you accepted the debate.
I never said that your model was right.
Right, my model may or may not be right, but the word morality refers to the feelings, and if we granting it's objective, that means whatever the feelings refer to exists.
I never said that that's the way I observe objective morality. That's your way of describing it. I never said that it was subjective. I never said that your model proves that morals are objective. Right? I believe that morals are.
My model isn't what's proving it here. Literally, the word morality refers to the feelings. So that's just the definition of the word. Like this has nothing to do with my model. If you're making up a new definition of the word, I guess you could do that.
That's not a no. All right. So TJump, what I asked you, right? I said, can someone feel if they're fat? You said no. I asked you to prove that, right? You gave me no evidence proving that people can feel that they're fat. You literally said that, oh, well, I used to be fat, which means that you know what fat is, right? So that's just contradicting what you previously said. Because at first you said people can't feel if they're fat, but then you said that you used to be fat, and then I asked you, right, prove that you used to be fat, and then you said because I experienced it, so I said show me.
You making an incoherent argument isn't relevant.
I'm not. I haven't even made an argument yet.
Yes, you have. You're trying to compare. You have. So you're trying to compare my argument to the fatness and saying that fatness is objective, I guess. So it's not.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I said.
Well, then you should probably make a coherent argument, not speak gibberish. Right. That would be helpful.
All right. Right. I guess, bro. But what you said was right that subjective is mind dependent only, right? And then I gave the analogy about like people can feel if they're fat, and then you're saying people can't. So then I asked you to prove that.
That's irrelevant. So this is when you're speaking gibberish. Like that's not.
That's
not. Wait.
I'll let you finish.
Wait. I wanted to stop you when it stopped making sense to me, so you could clarify the point that stopped making sense.
I'm going over what you said. All right. So I just want you to show that.
Right. So I was going through when you were making your argument. The part where it stopped making sense is where you said people can feel that they're fat.
I don't care if you think that I'm not making sense.
I know you're not.
That you're not making sense. Okay, I know your mother's not.
Wait. I'm trying to
finish my argument.
Wait. I'm trying to like. I'm trying to.
Can I finish my argument?
Almost. So the reason. Wait. Almost. So I know I said almost. You can almost.
All right.
So I'm asking. The reason I'm bringing this up is to ask you to clarify it. So I'm saying this doesn't seem to make sense. Could you clarify this sentence? So when you say people can feel that they're fat, therefore it's objective, is that what you're trying to say?
No, that's not what I'm saying, TJump. So let me explain again, and please don't cut me off because I just allowed you to speak. Okay, I allow you the same respect.
Well, if I lose it, I'm going to try and interrupt so I can like get clarification. If I like lose,
but if you interrupt, I can't finish my argument. So you can't attack an argument that's not complete.
Right. So if you stop making sense at one point and then you continue to not make sense, it's not going to become clear at the end.
All right. Let me finish. All right. So, you said that subjective is mind dependent only, right? Then I asked you, right? Can you feel, right, that you're fat, right? Meaning that it's not mind dependent only, right? That subjective is not mind dependent only, right? And then I asked you to prove.
What? I don't get it.
Your reasoning. Okay,
wait. So let me see.
Your reasoning behind saying that your definition.
No, that's not the part I don't get. That's not the part I don't get.
Can I finish?
Well, you're not answering my question.
Okay, can I finish?
Well, I'd like you to answer so I can actually make sense of what you're saying.
You can't just throw questions at me if I'm not finished, TJ.
Wait. I need to understand what you're saying so that you can finish, because I can't. If I can just say I don't understand what you're saying, nothing you say in the future is going to start making sense. So like when you said subjective, I define as something contingent on the mind, and you said people can feel when they're fat. Well, that's also contingent on the mind. That would also their feeling.
No, it's not. It's also to physicality as well. You can feeling that you're fat is not mind dependent. You can feel somebody's hand smacking you in the face. That's not mind dependent because you can feel it on your face.
How can
mind dependent only that it exists? Mind dependent only is that it exists only in the mind.
How can you feel something without a mind?
You can feel it on your face.
How does your face process that information to that your conscious experience?
That doesn't defeat my definition. Your definition was that it's mind dependent only.
Yeah. So subjective experience is mind dependent.
No, it's not mind dependent only.
What? So subjective experience is not mind dependent?
That's not what I said. What you said was subjective, right, is mind dependent only.
Yeah.
Then I asked you, can you feel that you're fat?
Sure, and that's still mind dependent.
And then you said yes. I mean, you said no, you can't feel that you're fat. Then I asked you to prove, and you never gave me any.
Yeah. So I don't care about why you're asking to prove. I want to know, like, if you ask. Wait. Going back, you said, can you feel that you're fat? Now, I mean, regardless of what matters there, like how does this in any way refute my definition of subjective? I don't understand why what difference this makes. Like whether or not you feel it, it doesn't change the fact that your feeling is still subjective.
No, it does, because it does feature our whole argument about saying that it's mind dependent only.
Could you explain that part? So explain the part that
it's not only in the mind.
Where else is it?
In your fucking mother, asshole. That's where it is. Okay.
Well, I'm still not following your argument here. So
Marlon, please shut up, bro.
So I understand the word subjective to mean like subjective experience. It means everything you feel, taste, touch, hear, smell, all of your senses, your entire conscious experience is your subjective experience. That means anything you feel is subjective.
Anything you feel is subjective?
Yeah.
Why is it? Go ahead.
Because it's your subjective experience.
Okay, what you said, you define subjective as mind dependent only, right?
Yep.
It's just not mind dependent only, right? Because it just doesn't. You saying that it only exists in the mind, right? So if I have a dream, right, about me like fucking a 10-year-old fucking in an asshole, right? And then I'm like, you're a rapist, you're a rapist, you're a rapist. So
stop. Don't say anything like that, or I'm gonna have to just kick you off because it's gonna I'm streaming this, so you can't say things that could get me banned.
No.
Okay.
Okay, it's an analogy. It wasn't taken.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it
poorly.
doesn't matter. Facebook doesn't
All
care.
right, so I'll give a different analogy then, bro. All right, so I have a dream about me being NBA, right? And then I wake up, and then I'm like, I'm not in the NBA, right? So that dream only existed in my mind, right? So
Sure.
it was only true. It was only true in my mind, right?
Yep.
But now I have a dream that I am in the NBA, right? And then I am in the NBA, right? It doesn't only exist in my mind,
Wait, say
right?
that
That
again?
thing is objective. That I'm also in the NBA.
So you're
Just
saying
like how
if you have a dream you're in the NBA and you're also in the NBA in the real world?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, right. So now it doesn't only exist in my mind,
Right.
right? It is objective. It is now objective, right?
Sure.
Right. So now I have a dream, right, that I'm fat, right? And then I wake up, I'm not fat, right? It existed only in my mind, correct? Now I have a dream that I am fat and I wake up and I am fat. It is now objective, correct?
The fact that you're fat is objective. The dream is still subjective.
Why would the dream be subjective?
Because it only,
you don't think that you don't think that you could have dreams on things, on memories that you have previously?
The dreams can't exist outside of your mind. The dreams are contingent on the mind.
Right, TJump. So you're saying that you can't have dreams, right, of things that occurred in your life?
You can, but the dreams are still going to be in your mind.
Okay, it defeat the fact that it's objective.
If it's in your mind, it's subjective experience.
If it's a reoccurring dream that I had in my past life, right, and it's the same exact dream that I have in my mind, how does it make it not objective?
Okay, let me see if I can explain this with words. Like, the word tree refers to something that exists in the world. Like, there's actually a tree in my front yard, but the word tree doesn't exist. The word tree is something that humans made up, right?
Prove that.
That the word tree is something that humans made up?
Prove that humans made up. Go ahead.
You want me to give you the etymology of the word tree?
Prove that humans made it up.
It's English. English is made by humans.
Okay, prove that English was made by humans.
English is a language that humans made up.
Okay, prove that it was made by humans. You're not proving it. You're just repeating the same thing.
So English has an etymology where it's based in Latin and French and German, which are also made by humans.
Okay, prove that.
That's what historians and linguists do. You can go bother them.
Okay, prove. I'm asking you. Okay, TJump, I'm asking you to prove it. You're just saying the same.
I don't care.
Same thing.
So if you want to have a language debate,
you don't care.
This debate isn't about language. This debate isn't about language. So if you want to have a language debate, go bother a linguist.
No, so you're not going to prove it. Okay.
No, because this isn't about language. So if you want a debate about language, go bother a linguist.
Right, so there's no way that you connect this argument to yours, back to yours, if you can't prove this.
This is just an analogy, so it doesn't need to be proven.
So your analogy is disanalogous.
No, it's definitely analogous. Your inability to understand it doesn't make it not analogous.
No, your ability to actually understand mine doesn't make you.
I think I understand what you're saying. So it seems like what you're saying is that your subjective experience in your brain can refer to things that actually objectively exist. Therefore, your subjective experience is objective.
Yo, give me a minute, TJ, my bad.
Seems like what he's saying.
Yeah, I don't got time for no trolls. All right. So can you repeat that, please?
Yeah. So it seems like what you're saying is that we can have a subjective experience like a dream, and that dream can be about something that exists in the world, like a tree or an NBA or whatever. And then you're saying, therefore, the dream is objective.
Yeah. Right. So you know what knowledge is?
Yep. Justified true belief.
Okay. Right. So, right. Let's say I have a dream. Let's say one day I'll have a belief that one day I'm gonna have a dream about me dying.
Okay.
Right. Then I have a dream about me dying. Right. I have the evidence for it. Right. Which is a justification. Right. Then it actually becomes true, which is a true. So now it's justified. It's a justified true belief. Right.
So
do you agree that justified true beliefs are objective?
Just beliefs are subjective. So because they're a belief in your brain, they're subjective.
I didn't ask you that. That's not what I asked.
What?
I asked you if justified true beliefs are objective.
Right, and I answered that by saying all beliefs are subjective, but the truth...
a justified true belief is not the same as a belief.
All roses are flowers, but not all flowers are roses, right?
That's not what I'm saying. So
No,
right,
no,
you're
no,
saying
so
that justified. I asked you a question.
Right, right. I'm trying to answer it.
Justified. Okay, can I answer? Can I finish?
Sure.
Right. So let's say let's say that one day I say that I'm gonna make it to the NBA. Right. Then I end up making it to the NBA. Right. Now it makes it a justified true belief. So is it objective that I am in the NBA? Yes or no?
Now or in the future?
Future TJumps.
Yeah. So in the future, if it's the case, then it would be objective.
Okay, so a justified true belief is objective.
No.
Right? Okay, why is there not objective? Why are they objective?
Truth.
Don't repeat that all beliefs are
right.
Okay.
So truth is objective. Beliefs are subjective.
Okay, what about a justified true belief?
It's a belief. It's subjective.
But it's justified. But it's justified and it's true. So why does it still make it subjective?
It's a belief. Beliefs require a mind.
Okay, so are you saying that beliefs can't be true?
Beliefs can be true. Truth is objective.
Thank you. So if it's justified and it's true, right? Also, the belief, which is JTB, right, is justified and it's true. What makes it that it's not objective? What is your definition of objective?
Truth is objective. Beliefs are subjective. But
it's a justified true belief.
This is why I brought up the roses thing. So like all roses are flowers, but not all flowers are roses. So if anything is a rose, then it must be a flower. So all beliefs are subjective. Now knowledge is a belief. That means all beliefs in knowledge are subjective.
Knowledge is not a belief.
What?
It's a justified true belief. It's not just a belief on its own.
So it's a kind of belief.
It's a justified true belief, which is what justified true beliefs are objective.
Right. So
you have no way of showing a contradiction.
So knowledge is a justified true belief, which is a kind of belief, like a rose is a kind of a flower.
It's a kind of belief, right? But you're saying that beliefs on their own are subjective.
Yes, all beliefs are subjective.
No.
Okay, so how do you have a belief without a mind?
How do you have a belief without a mind?
Yep.
Right. They're just going back to the point of you saying that like the mind is subjective. You're just going back to that.
Well, your experience is
Your experience is not subjective. If you're saying that, it will just contradict what you said, because you said previously that I know this thing because I experienced it, so therefore it's subjective.
Right. So experience is subjective, but it can refer to objective things in the world. So like I can draw a map. The map is subjective, but the thing it refers to, the mountains that I drew, those are objective. So I draw a picture.
Talking to you, right? So me talking to you right now is subjective.
Your subjective experience is subjective. Like
answer the question, please.
Yeah. So your experience or my experience of hearing your voice is my subjective experience. The fact that it's occurring is objective.
Okay, so me talking to you right now, right? The fact that it's occurring is objective,
yes.
Right? Right. So how would you know that I'm talking to you right
now? Because I'm experiencing it. Like what? Well, I don't understand the question.
With what?
I don't understand why.
How are you experiencing it?
With my experience, my subjective experience.
You're just repeating yourself. Just circling.
I don't understand the question.
How are you experiencing it?
With
how do you experience
sense experience?
And where do your senses come from?
My eyes.
You're literally dodging the question.
I don't know. I don't understand the question. I don't understand the question
because you know it makes you like. It makes your argument be stupid.
I don't understand the question.
Okay. So I asked you, how do you experience things, right? Because at first you said that
sense experience
is objective.
Yeah. So my senses. I use my senses to experience things.
Okay. So are your senses objective?
Are my senses objective? Like they objectively exist?
So you're sensing, right? Say you have a sensing of a bad smell.
Sure.
Is you sensing that bad smell objective?
It's an objective fact about the world.
All right. So, going back to your fact about you saying that mind, right? You're saying that if it only exists in the mind, that it's subjective, right? I asked you several questions, right, to lay back your argument and point out the flaws in your argument, to contradict yourself. And I asked you, right, how do you know that you're experiencing these things, right? And then you keep saying, with my eyes, I see these things, my senses. Then I asked you, where do your senses come from, right? Can you sense without a mind?
Is evolution what you're... Yeah, a mind. You need a mind to have senses?
Okay, so now you're so.
Well, actually, no.
So,
you don't need a mind to have senses because there's animals that don't have minds but still have senses.
All right, prove it.
Well, there's C. elegans is a thing
Prove
that has.
it without you telling me.
What do you mean? Prove it without me telling you?
So TJump, if I say that, oh, that girl right there is ugly, right, and then I'm like,
right, that's
ugly.
subjective, so you can't prove that. But
you ask me why she's ugly.
Okay, so let me put it this way: scientists have proven it that things don't have minds and they have sense experience. I don't care if you believe them.
Okay, so I asked you to prove this thing. Can you prove it? Like, what the hell?
If you want to debate about biology, go ask a biologist.
No, I don't want to know. I asked you. You said.
Then don't ask me a biology question.
Okay,
if you want a biologist, go ask a biologist.
You made the claim, TJump. You made the claim.
Yeah, science proves this. Science has proven this.
That you can sense without the mind. Yep. And I asked you to prove it.
Science has proven this. If you want to debate biologists, go ask a biologist.
It hits your raises. I'll move on. Let's go. All right.
Oh, yeah. So you're wrong. Yeah. Right. Wait. I wanted to answer the question first for people in the audience who actually have a brain. C. elegans is an animal.
Prove that I don't have a brain.
Wait. So C. elegans. Okay, I'm just going to mute you on my side.
You can't.
Muted, so I can't hear you and my audience can't hear you. C. elegans is an animal that has no brain or has the smallest brain with only like 300 neurons, and it has sense experience. So the sense experience, it can occur in these animals and bacteria and other things that have experience and can interact with the world even though they don't have a neurological system. And so you can have animals that have senses without a brain.
How do I know what you're saying is true?
I don't care. That was just for my audience.
Okay, so I can't take anything that you say for truth. You show me no proof. You haven't shown me any proof.
Science.
Any argument that
it's science. It's science. Huh? Science proves it. So you can go ask the scientists.
You go ask the scientists. I
already did.
TJump, how do you spell C. elegans?
C.
What the hell?
It's a letter. It's C and then elegans.
What?
It's a type of microbacterium. C. elegans is a microbacterium.
Okay, well, so you're not going to prove to me that you can sense without the mind.
Science has already done that. Whether you believe me, I don't care.
Yeah, you haven't. Okay, so let's move on then. You're not going to prove it.
Yeah, I've already won that point. So
okay, next, right? All right, next. All right. So you said that the mind, right? Mind dependent only, right? It's subjective. I've proven to you why, right? The mind is objective, right? So
it objectively exists.
Okay, if it objectively exists, why isn't it objective?
What your experience that the mind creates is subjective.
And where do your experience come from?
The mind.
Okay, and if they experience these things, right? And you're saying that these things is objective, and these things that you are experiencing are true. Why does it defeat that the mind is objective?
Well, I demonstrated that before, is that all beliefs are subjective, even if the truth that the beliefs are about is objective.
No, not all beliefs are subjective. That's why I said what a justified true belief is. Justified true belief is knowledge. Knowledge is taking to be true. Knowledge is objective. What are you talking about?
Okay, so truth is objective. Knowledge
is justified true beliefs. Knowledge is taking to be objective. What are you talking about?
Okay, so if I draw a mountain on a piece of paper, does the mountain that I drew, is it objectively existing outside of the piece of paper?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
Literally does. You don't understand it because you're kind of dumb.
Do you not understand what knowledge is?
I do.
What is knowledge?
Justified true belief.
Okay, is all knowledge true? Go ahead, answer
that. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So why isn't it objective?
Because it's a belief.
Oh my God! And I just asked you. This nigga just contradicts. What the?
So okay. Let me see if I can explain it for your tiny mind again.
Oh my God! What the hell?
So follow along. All beliefs require a mind. All beliefs are subjective.
Prove that. But you just said that all beliefs don't require a mind.
No, all beliefs do require a mind. Like what?
You said they don't.
I said they do. When did I say they don't?
No, you didn't. Because you said animals can sense without a mind.
Yes, but they can't have beliefs.
Okay. Why can't they prove that?
Science does that. So you can go ask the scientists.
Oh my God. You just keep saying science. Show me the science. Show me.
If you want to debate on biology, go ask a biologist.
You keep saying that. Oh my God. Don't make a claim, right? That's outside of the topic. And then when I ask you to prove it, you don't want to prove it.
Yeah, it's because it's already proven. I don't need to. It's like
No,
mundanely
you
known
didn't prove it.
fact.
Oh my god.
Your ignorance isn't my problem. I don't want. I'm not gonna. If I
Okay,
had to,
you can keep
wait.
insulting me.
If I had to explain to you all of the things you don't know, it would just spend all of my time explaining you basic facts that everyone
Did you
else
not
knows.
know that I was your dad for real and that I fucked the shit out your fucking mother? Did you not know that?
So me owning you and you being angry is not going to help
Yeah,
you.
did you not know
Are
that I owned you? And
Oops, I muted you. Oh no, you've been muted. No one can hear you. So sad.
insult me?
Oh, muted again. Oh, can't hear you. Nobody can hear you.
All right, don't
T-Jump,
Oh, mute again. Oops, we're fine.
Wait, hold on,
This is fine.
T-Jump. He's saying don't insult him and he won't insult you.
Well, I didn't. Oh wait, no, yeah, I did. So that's fine.
You did, bro.
Yeah, I totally did.
Yeah.
Because what he's saying is dumb.
Okay, don't insult me, you dumb bitch.
Oh, muted again. Oops.
That nigga said oops. That nigga said oops.
Oops.
All right,
Yep.
bro.
Oops.
We can be
He said
cordial,
oops.
right? We can be cordial.
Well, I mean, we could be if he actually made sense and wasn't a dumbass, but he's kind of a dumbass.
Oh
I mean,
shit.
Okay, wait, chill. Do you want chill out? Just calm down.
I still
Do
haven't
you
muted.
want to chill, bro? Chill.
Oh god. All right, I'm ready to wrap up because this is he's dumb as shit. Like holy shit, asking me to prove basic science to him. Like yeah, I'm done. All right, yeah. Peace out, guys. That was fun.